Hi, it's Beverly. Just coming to you on this bright, sunny Florida day. It's Tuesday, October 19th, 2021, and I am going to start doing. I figured we could do something really cool and just go through the book of Proverbs and just hear wisdom. And that's basically what Proverbs is wisdom for life. It's God's word telling us basically the best way to live, and it'll help us. So let's start over. I'm going to just read first Proverbs and the introductions. Proverbs is a collection of wise saying and good advice for daily living. The book begins by reminding us that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. 1:7. The first 4 chapters go on to discuss the importance of wisdom. Okay, so following this, the author includes a collection of short and powerful 2-line sayings that cover many different subjects, including marriage, social behavior, friendship, justice, folly, poverty, wealth, family, love, laziness, and warnings against drinking and adultery. Many of these proverbs came from King Solomon. Others were copied by Hezekiah. Agur, Lemuel wrote the last 2 chapters. Okay, so I hope I said these names right. They're not easy to say, and I'm not that great on biblical names just yet. I will learn, though. So you guys can comment if I said these names wrong, and that'd be wonderful. So I'm going to just start. The Proverbs of Solomon, son of David, king of Israel. For attaining wisdom and discipline, for understanding words of insight, for acquiring disciplined and prudent life, doing what is right and just and fair, for giving prudence to the simple, knowledge and discretion to the young. Let the wise listen and add to their learning, and let the discerning get guidance for understanding proverbs and parables, and saying and riddles of the wise. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and discipline. Think about this in your life. Just humans and how we are with and how we act and how we respond to being disciplined in life, whether it's by our people who are over authority over us in a workplace, or even in political ways, and even when you're volunteering, there are people who are above you, who are in charge of what you're doing. We need to remember that we need to be wise and to listen and acknowledge what others are saying, and take note of what they're saying in a loving manner. Warning against enticement. Listen, my son, to your father's instructions, and do not forsake your mother's teachings. They will be garland to grace your head and a chain to adorn your neck. My son, if sinners entice you, do not give in to them. If they say, come along with us, let's lie in wait for someone's blood. Let's waylay some harmless soul. Let's swallow him alive like the grave, and whole like those who go down to the pit. We will get all sorts of valuable things and fill our houses with plunder. Throw in your lot with us, and we will share a common purse. My son, do not go along with them. Do not set foot on their paths, for their feet rush into sin. They are swift to shed blood. How useless to spread a net in full view of all the birds. These men lie in wait for their own blood. They waylay only themselves. They're selfish. They're selfish ways. It's basically, don't be selfish. Don't follow those ways of selfishness and not thinking about others, not loving on others. How useless to spread a net in full view of the birds. These men lie in wait for their own blood. They waylay only themselves. Such is the end of all who go after ill-gotten gain. It takes away the lives of those who get it. Now, the warning against rejecting wisdom. This is going to be in Proverbs 1 and verse 20 through 33. And that's what we're working on. Okay. So wisdom calls aloud in the street. She raises her voice in the public squares at the head of the noisy streets. She cries out in the gateway of the city. She makes her speech. How long will you simple ones love your simple ways? How long will mockers delight in mockery? and fools hate knowledge. If you had responded to my rebuke, I would have poured out my heart to you and made my thoughts known to you. But since you rejected me when I called, and no one gave heed when I stretched out my hand, since you ignored all my advice, I would not accept my rebuke, I in turn will laugh at your disaster. I will mock when calamity overtakes you. When calamity overtakes you like a storm. When disaster sweeps over you like a whirlwind, when distress and troubles overwhelm you. I'm so sorry about that noise. To try to pick a good time of the day, it's so hard here. In Florida, someone's always doing yard work or house care. Then they will call to me, but I will not answer. They will look for me, but I will not find me. Since they hate knowledge and did not choose to fear the Lord, since they would not accept my advice and spurn my rebuke, they will eat the fruit of their ways and be filled with the fruit of their schemes. For the waywardness of the simple will kill them, and the compliancy of fools will destroy them. But whoever listens to me will live in safety and be at ease without fear of harm. Now remember, Solomon was writing these because he wanted to give you fair warning that, to use wisdom in your choices and to follow God. And he's telling you how to live through God's, and he's taking from his wisdom from God, and he's pouring it out for us to know. And we need to be careful because we can get so caught up in everyday life and all of the things and the world and what people are saying, what people are doing, and not really focusing on what is God saying? What is God wanting us to do? How is he wanting us to respond to certain situations in life? So this is really important in our life. Proverbs is a great book for us to study together, and I am excited to do this with you. And I hope you all come along with me. And tomorrow's lesson will be Proverbs 2, and we will read through probably 2 and 3 because they're not that long. And we'll have a great time learning together and hopefully grow. I hope you guys have a wonderful, beautiful day. And I know it is wonderful and beautiful here. And God is just opened up the sky in beauty. It's just beautifully blue, and beautiful powder-like clouds. And I just feel like God's arms wrapped around me and just saying, Beverly, enjoy my day for you. This is for you. This is for you to enjoy. And I just am so thankful. Peace out. I love you all. Take care.